Hi, my name is Haley. I'm a yoga instructor at your Corvallis SamFit. We apologize for not being able to offer group classes right now, but it is so that you can practice social distancing, so we can all practice social distancing and be as healthy as we possibly can. With that in mind, we do not want to keep you from your health and fitness goals, so we are going to be offering some quick little snippets of exercises and things that you can do at home to just keep that momentum going. And so here we are. I'm going to give you a quick little 15-ish minute yoga session to just kind of get the body moving, get the breath focused in. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start seated. Nice easy spot, seated on our sit bones, nice and tall through the spine. Hands are gonna come to the tops of the knees, and we are going to roll our shoulders up and back. Squeezing tall towards the ears, rolling as far back as we can. Taking some full breaths in and out through the nose. One more time through here. And there we go, bringing it all the way back down. Keeping the hands on top of the knees. We're gonna move through some hip circles, going over from one side through center to the next. Nice easy movements through the spine, through the sit bones, through the hips. Skipping over any areas that are maybe a little sticky, maybe causing any tension. We're just gonna take some time here, take some space. One more roll through here on this side. Plum has come to join us. And we're gonna bring it all the way up to seated. And we are going to switch sides. Opposite foot is gonna come in front this time. And we are going to roll the opposite direction. Keeping in with those breaths, staying solid with those movements. Moving through the shoulders, maybe getting the head and the neck involved. Just taking some time. All the way back through up to a seated position. Sit bones nice and tall. Sit bones firm, flat, so that our spine can be nice and tall. And we're gonna inhale the arms up overhead. Take the gaze towards the ceiling for just a moment. And exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades open through the chest. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, squeeze it back. Two more times here. Coming back to our seated position, we're gonna roll forward through to a tabletop position. So however that works for you, to come onto the hands and the knees. Hands are gonna come under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Your toes can be curled under or they can be flat, whatever's gonna be more comfortable for you. And we're gonna move through some cat-cow flows here. So inhale, take the gaze up, drop the stomach. And exhale, chin to the chest, rounding through the upper back. Inhale, bring it up, drop that tummy down. And exhale, curl the sit bones under. Taking the time as you move from one position to the next, as if you could just roll one vertebrae at a time. And we're gonna bring it all the way back to a tabletop position, nice and firm. And we're gonna send our right leg out behind us, pointing those toes down to the ground. We're gonna engage our glute muscles here. So squeezing that right glute, pulling our bellies into our spines. We're gonna engage our core here. And take an exhale, curl the knee in towards the nose, engage, pull everything in a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen that leg back behind us. And exhale, curl it in. If you'd like to make this a little bit more challenging, you can extend that left arm and exhale, curl it in, stabilizing a little bit more just between 2 appendages instead of 3. Taking full breaths here, moving with intention. Focusing in on that center of our body. One more time through here. Inhale, lengthen long. And exhale, curl everything all the way in. Pause. And release down. We're going to come into a high child's pose. So walk the hands forward. Forehead gently kisses the mat. Lengthening through the spine and the sides of the body. We're going to take a full breath here. Give those wrists a break. And we're going to gently roll back up to that tabletop position. Left leg is going to come out long this time, toes down, engaging the glutes, falling in through the core. Right arm up if you'd like. Exhale, curls us in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, peel in. Nice and easy, moving with the breath here. Might be getting a little shaky. Body might be heating up a little bit. That's good, that's okay. One more time, inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, curl all the way in. Pause for just a moment and release down. We're going to gently tuck the toes, hands firmly under the shoulders, and we're going to hover our table here. So it's going to be firing up that core, pressing firmly through the fingers and the palms, through all of the toes and the bull mounds, and we're going to lift those knees. Holding here, full breaths. Firing up that core. One more full big breath here. And gently release the knees down. We're going to bring the toes to kiss behind, knees come gently apart. Now we're going to come into a full child's pose. We're going to gently bring the hands up over the head in prayer if that's comfortable. If not, we're going to leave them flat in front or by our sides. Taking a moment to release here, to come back to the breath. Bringing the hands back to the mat. We're going to slowly press back up. Plum, come here. Come here. Going back to our tabletop position, and we're going to come up through to a downward facing dog. Plum. Hands under the shoulders, toes curled under. We're going to gently press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we're going to take our little dog for a walk here. Maybe your cat wants to come too. Nice and easy, straightening out a leg, bending the other, getting some movement, feeling through the back side of the body. One more little pedal through, walk through here. We're going to bring our dog to stillness. So keeping a slight bend in those legs, sending the sit bones up towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine. Keeping the gaze back towards those toes. Full breath here. We're going to gently release all the way back up, and we're going to step our right foot up between our hands and release the left leg down to the ground. So from here, we're going to try and keep our knee around under our ankle. Hands pressed firmly to the mat. Maybe a block if you have one. It can be comfortable. Totally up to you. You can even use a pillow, something to hold on to. And we're going to exhale, shift the hips back, point those toes out towards the ceiling. So you don't have to straighten your leg, it could be bent. We're just going to go where our body can go. Roll it forward, left hand stays on the ground. We're going to inhale, twist that right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down to the mat. And inhale, nice and easy, roll it back. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Plum, come here. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down. Sorry, guys. One more time. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, twist up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it all the way back down. We're going to plant the hands on either side of the right foot and curl the left toes under, straighten out that back leg. And we're going to step up to meet the right leg at the front of our mat, halfway lift. Hands are going to come just to under the knees, lengthening through the spine and the crown of the head. And exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. We're going to come into a ragdoll here. So opposite hands, opposite elbows, and we're going to put a bend in the legs. Let the chest come onto the thighs. Head drops down towards the ceiling. We're going to get a little sway going here from side to side. Nothing too fast, nothing too crazy. Just feeling the back side of the body. One more breath here. Releasing the hands down, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, right leg comes back this time, and release the knee to the ground. Inhale, roll the hips back, left toes come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, roll it forward, right hand stays down this time. Inhale, left arm twists towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, forward. Inhale with the twist. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale with the twist. All the way back down. One more time through here. Up with the twist. And exhale, bring it down. Hands come on either side. We're going to curl the right toes under, straighten out that leg, and this time we're going to step the left foot back. We're going to come into a plank position. So hands are under the shoulders or close to it, pressing back through the heels, rounding the shoulder blades, opening, doming through the upper back. Engaging through the core and the glutes. Gaze is at the hands or right in front of our mat. Full breath here, one more. Stay for the exhale. Bend in the legs, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Releasing down to the knees, coming into that tabletop position. We're gonna come back all the way to our sit bones. We're gonna come into a little bit of a core flow here. So sit bones nice and comfy on the ground. Maybe fix your pants, shirt if you need to. And we're gonna walk the feet a little bit in close to the sit bones, and hands are gonna come right under the knees. So we're gonna lift our chest tall towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine. And then we're gonna try to release the hands. Reaching forward. Keeping that length in the upper part of the body, keeping that engagement in the core. And maybe you want to play around and just come up onto the toes. Maybe you want to lift the feet off the ground completely. Maybe you want to send one leg out straight and then switch. Maybe you want to get into a little bit of some yogi bicycles here. Maybe this is just not what you're feeling, and you're going to come all the way back to that tall seat. But wherever you decide to be, we're going to hold, or you're going to move, and you're going to breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I know it's getting a little toasty. So we're gonna make our way onto our backs, all the way down to the ground. Sit bones are not on the ground. Low back is on the ground, upper back is on the ground, spine is straight. And we're gonna send the legs up towards the ceiling. We're gonna point and flex the toes. We're gonna roll the wrists and the ankles, bend and straighten the legs. Some nice tiny movements here, getting into some of the smaller but equally important parts of the body, providing a little bit of movement, providing a little bit of space. And then we're going to send the soles of the feet down to the sit bones, pressing firmly into all corners of the feet. We're going to exhale, peel the hips up, low bridge pose. We're going to slowly release the sit bones back down and inhale, send the legs up towards the ceiling. And exhale, soles of the feet down to the ground, pressing firmly, lift the hips, low bridge. Inhale, hips down, legs come up. And exhale all the way back down, slowly lifting those hips up, gentle engagement through the glutes. And inhale, legs are coming up. 2 more times through here. Inhale the legs up. Exhale all the way down, lift those hips. 1 more time through. And last time, lift the hips, pause here. Maybe lift an inch or 2 higher. Challenge yourself here, lift the toes, ground down through the soles of the feet, engaging the hamstrings and the glutes. Take 1 full breath here. Stay for the exhale, and slowly lower the hips back down to the mat. Draw the knees in, close to the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Face comes in towards the knees. We're gonna release the head back down and gently rock the hips and the legs from side to side. So giving yourself a nice little massage along the low back. Release through those glutes that you just worked a little bit. Soles of the feet are gonna come back down to the sit bones. And we're gonna cross the right foot over the left knee. Toes up towards the ceiling. We're gonna come into a reclined hip opener here. So you can stay here if this feels good, if you can feel that release in the hip. This is a great place to be. If you'd like a little bit more, you can curl the left knee in. It's a little bit more into the hip, into the glute. You can even wrap the fingers around, interlaced behind the hamstring. But we're gonna keep those shoulders on the ground. Taking full breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Allowing as much release here as we can. Releasing through the forehead and the eyes, the jaw. Gently unwinding the legs. Soles of the feet come back down to the sit bones, and we're going to gently windshield wiper our legs from side to side. Like a little drizzle outside, nothing too crazy. Just making some clarity, making it easy to see. I'm going to bring it all the way back to the center. Left leg is going to cross over the right knee this time. Toes are up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to find whatever works better for you on this side. So it's going to be different. It's going to feel different. It's going to look different. That's okay. It's normal. It's what's supposed to happen. Things don't have to be the same. So you're going to find what works for you here. I'm going to take some full big breaths. Keeping that release through the face and the throat, maybe even the shoulders. Full breaths here. and gently uncross that leg. Back to the sit bones we go. One more time. Nice, easy windshield wiper for those drizzles. All the way back to stillness we go. Curl those knees in close to the chest. And we're gonna rock. It can be gentle, it can be energetic, it can be whatever works for you. And we're gonna come all the way back up to seated. We're gonna come in for one big breath here. Inhale the arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky. And exhale all the way down to heart center. Thank you for practicing social distancing. Thank you for being part of SamFit. And on behalf of the entire SamFit team, I do wish you fitness, healthiness, and ease through this difficult time. Thank you.